Welcome, and let's talk about the LNAT. For starters, the LNAT is required for applicants to law undergraduate programs at 9 UK universities, including UCL, Oxford, LSE, and also the Singapore University of Social Sciences. Ideally, you would want to score above 25 to be competitive for the most selective programs. Note that the University of Cambridge does not require the LNAT. Instead, applicants who are invited for an interview take an hour-long essay-based Cambridge Law test. So, what's on the test? Well, the LNAT consists of two sections. For Section A, the questions are based on 12 argumentative passages with 3 or 4 multiple-choice questions each. In total, there are 42 questions and you are given 95 minutes to answer all of them. As for Section B, you have 40 minutes to answer one of 3 essay questions on a range of subjects. The test is computer-based and requires no familiarity with legal concepts. Instead, you'll be required to understand and evaluate text on a wide variety of topics, from offshore banking to the history of ballet. This allows universities to spot candidates with an aptitude for logical and argumentative evaluations. Guiding you through these solutions is Helen, a highly qualified instructor. She holds both a Master's in Linguistics and a Master's in Business Administration. She has over 10 years of experience in coaching students and is a pro when it comes to the LNAT. She scored 30 for the test, which placed her in the 97th percentile. Basically, you're in great hands. Now that you're more familiar with the format, let's get you acquainted with some sample questions. Before we begin, you may want to have pen and paper ready. In a moment, questions will pop up, and you are encouraged to try them out as we go along. Pause the video when you are attempting the question, and resume when you are done. Our expert coaches will then follow up with the solution. Are you ready for question 1?
Alright, let us have a look at LNAT reading comprehension question. Which of the following statements best sums up towards belief? To answer any LNAT reading question correctly, we should bear in mind 2 things. Thing number 1, every time we answer exact questions, so it's important to be very clear what it is. So in this case, it's about towards belief. Thing number 2, LNAT is 100% evidence-based reading, which means whatever the correct answer is, it must be there in the passage. So the first thing we're going to do is to find answer as stated in the passage, which is towards belief is that we all deserve to die. Having understood this, we get down to the answer choices and start by eliminating the obviously wrong ones. We all incorporates both good and bad people with no differences made, so these 2 options are out. Whereas it's true that death is unavoidable, it's not what the passage is concerned with. Option C can very safely be eliminated since the passage is not gender specific. We all does not mean men or women. So therefore, the only correct answer option is D, all humans merit death, simply because it is exact synonym to deserve death. The next question is, which of the following statements is best supported by the passage? Sweeney Todd tells a disturbing narrative of cannibalism, vengeance, murder, and corruption. So based on this, our best answer is C. Several themes in Sweeney Todd are morbid. Indeed, cannibalism, murder, suicide are dark, sinister, and macabre. Option A. There are 4 themes in Sweeney Todd. May look promising, since we find cannibalism, vengeance, murder, and corruption. However, we cannot safely tell if there are only 4 themes. Legal corruption is mentioned in a passage, but it's never referred to as the dominant topic. Sadness is not the focus of the passage, and whereas we do talk about matters such as cannibalism, vengeance, murder, and suicide, it doesn't mean that there is nothing positive about Sweeney Todd. So, the only correct answer option is C.
How did you fare? And no worries if you weren't quite there. To best gauge your performance, we encourage you to sit for a diagnostic test. Lucky for you, Icon Plus administers free diagnostic tests and you can register for it directly on our website. With over 20 years of experience coaching students, Icon Plus is the go-to center for all your test prep needs. Our expert coaches hail from leading institutions and our resources are unparalleled. Come chat with your consultants about how we can best support your learning goals. We look forward to meeting you and all the best as you take your first step to success.